crack on.
What the fuck?
Amazing.
I hope that was on record.
I hope I got that.
Let's crack on. That was amazing. I mean, what
It's like this slow.
this is smoking.
Someone's just set off fireworks.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the epitome of Rebellion Festival for you.
I'm like offended by all the police stories everywhere and things like that happening.
We will crack on now.
Oh,
Yeah,
it would
nothing
be
that
amazing if it happened again.
You're back for, well, Ren from the Petrol Girls, you're back for a second year in a row.
Yeah.
You're looking forward to playing again.
Yeah, no, it'll be sweet. It's a bit past my bedtime, I'm not gonna lie. We played like nice and early last year and it was great.
It's a late set, isn't it?
It's late, and then we're gonna night drive back to Glasgow afterwards. I mean, I'm not driving, but
Like, that's why we literally went for a nap this afternoon in order.
Yeah.
This festival goes too late. I don't know all these.
It does go really. I was literally just chatting to Alex Wong because he was like, "Yeah, I've just had an afternoon nap," and I was like, "It's the way, isn't it?"
You've got to do it.
It's
You
the
reach
way.
a certain age, you've got to have a mid-afternoon nap. I don't know how these guys do it. How did you find last year? Because obviously you were on main stage fairly mid-afternoon, but if I remember rightly, the crowd was.
It was a massive crowd. Yeah, it was great. Like that kind of slot. I mean, I don't know because we haven't played yet tonight, but I actually prefer an earlier slot for us because, like, I don't know, we're quite sincere. Like, we're quite serious, and like, I find it can be quite hard to get across the stuff I want to get across when everyone's hammered, and like, obviously by that time of night everyone's going to be fucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just such a different situation to like manage, and I mean, who knows? I'll probably be fucked. Like, it's a totally different kind of situation to manage, but
Hopefully they'll be all for it with that drinking.
yeah, hopefully, yeah. No, it'll be fun though. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
say it's going to be a different atmosphere because obviously you've gone from the Empress Ballroom to then playing the Pavilion stage, which is more intimate.
Yeah.
So it should be a different style of gig. I suppose are you more used to those kind of more intimate settings?
Yeah, no, for sure that is definitely what we're more used to. But I think now I'm not. Now I don't really get any stage fright anymore. I actually really enjoy the big stages with like loads of space, like to like jump around is really fun. But I'm easy, adaptable, it's fine.
Wait, how did you find the crowd last year? Because obviously I know, like, I think I spoke to you a couple of months before, and I always have reservations with this festival because there's this old school punk aesthetic and ideology, which obviously, you know, I'm not being funny, but I've seen one T-shirt that had some kind of homosexual slur on it, and I was quite worried about your set and what you got. But it did seem to go down really well, and it did seem really responsive.
I don't care what those people think of us, though. Like, I would rather come into this space and like make the point that we've got to make. Like, we like, you know, we think we've thought about it before and been like, do we want to share? Like, you know, we wouldn't play a gig with some of the bands that are on this festival. Like, no way. But I think like with a festival, it's kind of a bit different, and I think it's good to come into that space, especially because this is like the definitive punk festival or whatever. To come in and be like, yeah, homophobia is not really that fucking punk. Like, how is that punk? Like, all of this like right-wing bullshit, like nationalist shit, like how is that fucking punk? Like, it's a fucking joke. And I'd rather come in here and say that, and say like you know, John Lydon's playing on Sunday, and like last year came out in support of Trump and Farage and stuff like that, and I'm just like, what do you think punk is even about? What does that even mean to you anymore? Because it's something that like means a lot to me as like a political stance of being like against authority, not like, you know, supporting authoritarian politics.
And I suppose one of those things, if someone doesn't come to this festival and question those views, then I don't suppose if no one's telling them any better, I suppose they're kind of thinking they're right. If there's someone on stage saying no, what your ideology is standing for is wrong.
It's just better to challenge shit in it and be like, look, I get like the kind of the point that I really want to make this year actually is because the far right are kind of positioning themselves as like rebellious, like, or as like anti-establishment, and they're against like the neoliberal establishment that like we exist in, but like make the point that like that's not necessarily being anti-authority when you're pushing authoritarian politics, and like just because you're against the neoliberal establishment doesn't mean you need to like support fucking fascism. Like it's just all a bit mad, and it's like the right's been kind of gaining ground every year at the moment, and it's terrifying. And I think like not only do we need to sort of make the point that like people should be anti-fascist, but that we need to be actively anti-fascist. We need to actually be doing shit. Like, yeah.
Last year's set, it was very powerful watching it. How are you now at a point where you're confident commanding the stage and pushing that power across?
I'd say like on stage, yes. Like there's something about being on stage once you have the mic, especially if you've had a couple of beers, where it's fine. Like, and I feel confident and capable enough of handling most situations on stage. But I think like I'm struggling with the kind of like aftermath of being like quite outspoken. Like men don't like, a lot of men don't like young outspoken women. Like they don't deal with it very well, and I feel like we started in quite a nice kind of bubble, like a nice little feminist DIY bubble, and we're breaking out of that bubble now and like encountering like some really weird sexist shit, and like people that have some really like messed up politics that like and like also just people that their pure motivation seems to be like, this woman is being too loud, she's taking too much space and she needs to be shut up. Like, and I've received messages and like stuff like that where that is clearly the motivation is to shut me up, and that's something that I've actually found really hard to deal with. And I think it's something that, like, you know, as someone with like, you know, I suffer from depression, I suffer from anxiety. Like it's quite hard to like keep battle with your self-esteem around those kind of issues, and I think it's like having a really sound community of people around you that is what helps you get through that kind of shit. Hi guys.
trying to sneak in.
Oh, we're not late.
I like how you just like moved into like a kind of really photogenic socks along the back, just like lying out.
You obviously just cold. You're cold.
Oh my gosh, you're such
I'd embrace the cold now before you go back inside. You've obviously just announced a run of shows, obviously mainly Europe shows, but there are a few UK shows, mainly in support of the new EP. Are you excited to be able to unleash that new music and play that new music live?
No, it'll be great. I mean, we're going to play, I think we'll probably play all of the songs off the new EP tonight anyway, but like, it's going to be really great to do that tour. We're going to like Sweden and Denmark and Poland and Spain, and like some places. We've been to Sweden before, but like we've not been to Poland or Spain or Denmark. So yeah, it's really exciting. I think it's a bit mad. We're on tour for nearly a month. Like it's getting a bit mad, but I think it'll be really fun. It'll be really good.
The album is due, the EP, 11th of September. What can fans expect? And obviously we've had one single off it.
Yeah.
Is it very much? Is there a lot of different sort of topics to be talked about on it?
I think it kind of zooms out from there. Really, I think that first song looks at like a very like politics on like a very personal level, like around the topic of sexual violence, and then I think the kind of next song, Sister, is looking at like sisterhood and friendships, and like, you know, like kind of moving a bit further out. And then like the last track on the EP, Strike, is kind of really looking at political movements and like how we can like operate effectively in political movements and sort of make sure about things like taking care of each other and making space for each other. So so that's kind of like zooming out even more. So it sort of like zooms out content-wise, and then kind of music-wise, I guess it, like, especially Sister, which the video is going to come out, I think, on the 14th of August. It's going to like that's when it comes out. But that song, I think, is probably musically the most different thing we've done so far. It's really pushing a lot of like trying out new stuff. Like for me, vocally, it's like trying out loads of different ways of singing. It's exciting.
Is the video the one? Because I know you asked for fan submissions. Is that for that video?
Yeah, that's for Sister. So we've done that before with Touch Me Again, and like I'm really into sort of like playing with this idea of passing the mic and like how you can like do that in other ways.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, that's just like the same as like passing the mic at a show. It's been like, we're making a song about sisterhood. So what is sisterhood to all of these other people? Like how can we bring their their actual voices are in like the start of the video, because there's a few different people like talking about what sisterhood means to them, and then just video footage of people like having a lovely time with their sisters, but we've kind of edited that in this time with a load of other footage that's a bit more abstract, to try and make just push it a bit more, I guess.
This is the first time you worked with Hassel. Was the EP done before you signed that, or have they kind of collaborated with you and helped you along the way?
No, we got really lucky on the EP. We'd done that before, because like Pete Miles is a mate and like just offered us a really great deal for sorting out an EP. So we just kind of cracked it out in the studio. Like we played 2,000 Trees, drove down to Pete's, cracked that EP out pretty fast, and then like from there felt like we had something that we could then look at what labels we wanted to work with, and Hassel was like a really good fit for us.
They're shopping around,
have a look.
That's a cool place to be.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like a real privilege to be in that position. Yeah.
And obviously with the EP, I read that you're doing the covers to the vinyl yourselves. Is that right?
Well, yeah, Leopold.
What is sleeping?
What's his sleep? Yeah. I mean, we should have learned from the first EP we ever did. Like, we made all the EP cases ourselves, and now
it was the cutting and sticking.
The cutting and sticking was rough. Yeah, we're not cutting and sticking this time.
Yeah, we're having.
Well, I don't know. You lot didn't screen print last time. That was heavy.
Yeah.
But we're like Leopa's doing this, heading up the screen print, and this time she's like made it into like a screen print. Like did all the like design and layout, and like has made the print ready to go, and then hopefully everyone apart from me will help with the rest of the printing.
You have your masters.
I live in a different country.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Same old excuse.
I think we just we kind of hit a bit of a wall whether it would be practical to release it on a physical format, because there's still like some things we didn't think about, like the length of songs.
Yeah.
So we already had them, and we're like, it doesn't fit on the 7-inch. Like, not even. We either have to just put two of them and leave one out. Not even like we can't fit any two on one side. So we were kind of faced with this. Oh, do we even want to release this like 3 songs? But at the same time, we're really really happy with the EP, and I think Hassel also is really happy with it, and we really want to like start off with something special. And back to the original workflow of
back to the DIY.
I've never thought about that when you're considering a 7-inch. Is that you've got to consider the length to fit it on.
We didn't think about it before.
We thought 3 tracks.
For sure it's gonna fit. Yeah.
Now we have to put it on a 12-inch.
So because
we're trying to make it worth it.
Because it's a 12-inch, we really want to make it like extra nice, so people I guess feel like it's worthwhile paying the price of a 12-inch for 3 tracks. And we did put a lot of work, conceptual and physical work, into the whole design, and we are going to make it ourselves basically, and it's going to be a limited run of copies.
Well, and that means that we can charge way too much money.
Yeah.
We're cutting most of the costs.
Yeah, we're not paying ourselves for like labor, so that's why we can now also cut the price down. So it's
proper DIY.
Yeah. So it's
That's
like DIY, but like large scale DIY, which is really tough.
They're going to screen print 500 of them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is. Yeah,
Why did I thought it's 5?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wait, you're supposed to say less than that, so it sounds more limited.
Okay, no, that's 5.
Very, very limited edition.
We're probably gonna fuck up 300 and it's gonna end up.
It's only 200, yeah.
At 500.
Or there'll be some really rare ones that are like.
No, there will be. Yeah.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
No, but I
That's
think
how it works, right?
I think doing it ourselves actually gives us an opportunity because we can just add a little bit of like different ink and just do some really special ones with a different shade, and they're all going to be really unique in their very own ways. We have also different colors of paper because we can do that because we're not just like ordering a bulk in where you can just have one option. I think it's really cool, and I think the way it works out between us and Hassel, it's like a really nice start to, I guess, our band label relationship.
I say I've heard good things about that.
Yeah.
Hassel. They seem.
Yeah, the sound.
They're so nice. I think there's such a good mix between like us being DIY and then also having these like opportunities and connections for us to do more things that maybe we ourselves financially can.
And then obviously looking into next year, are we going to be having bigger UK tours and more music, or is that all on the download at the moment? Just come on, you're only playing 2 shows in the UK, we need more.
Oh yeah, but touring the mainland is so good. You get fed so much better. We were.
UK's been good to us.
No, I think we will definitely be touring the UK next year, of course. We're recording our next album at the end of this year, so we'll be releasing that at some point next year. We will be touring it pretty heavily. I'm really keen to make sure that we also keep coming back to the kind of DIY promoters that have been putting us on from the start, and I want to make sure that we stay loyal to that, because the UK DIY scene is sound. They do feed you well, and that's a priority for me. But I want to make sure we keep coming back to those places and those people as well. For
those
sure.
places are very nice to play anyway.
Yeah.
I really like playing.
And the thing is, if no one's promoting smaller bands and independent promoters, then the industry
Then we're fucked.
the industry doesn't grow.
So we were climbed the ladder, and now we're kicking the ladder from.
No,
we're not. No, for sure.
I think it's good for a band to go back down the ladder.
Yeah,
every so
exactly.
often.
I don't even see it like that. I prefer,
both things can work. You can say yes to a great support group that where you play people you would normally not reach, and still play for a $5 at a squad or a DIY venue. One thing doesn't exclude the other.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the crowds aren't necessarily overlapping, because some people simply can't afford to pay for the bigger show, or frankly just don't want to go to the bigger show.
Yeah.
I think it's both can work.
If we ever stop doing that DIY circuit, that for me there would be no point for me after that. So it's something we'll always do.
Brilliant. I think